Hi. I hope everyone can hear me okay. My mic is over here because this is a mess. Anyways, hello. Readjust. The chair's not comfortable. Let's see. There's people here. Someone said Dino Nuggies. You know Dino Nuggies got recalled? So that's a shame. Dino Nuggies have to get recalled because of something found in the meat. I can't remember what it was, but you know. It sucks. There's a fluff in my face. But yes, hi, hello everybody. Somebody said salutations, hello. I said I would stream Fortnite when Transformers... Yes, well the problem is I use a graphics card that is not good enough for streaming and playing at the same time. So that's not, I'd blow up my computer. It's just not happening. I'm looking over there because the chat's over there. It wouldn't happen. Yeah, Dino Nuggies are getting recalled apparently. I don't know what brand of Dino Nuggies, but there's a specific brand of them that's getting recalled, which is unfortunate. Anyways, I'm here building this. I hope you can see it. But yeah, it's the feet of Optimus, and I did a little dry, like a test fit of these before I started. I'm actually gonna zoom out now. I did a test fit of these. They're the same length as this. Like the same. This guy's gonna be huge, man. He's gonna be. I have no place for it. He's gonna live over there on the floor. There were metal fragments in the nuggets. What, bruh? Metal fragments in the nuggets. I thought it was like E. coli or something. Damn, I didn't know it was metal. Anyways, let's get started. This, by the way, is one toe. It's pretty big. It's pretty huge. It's quite large. Anyways, let's get this guy started. I never know how to start these streams, so I just sit here and be awkward. But move my mouse out of the way. I need space. There we go. So how's everybody doing? I need screws already. What the fuck? Get that. Not those. What are they? 2x6. These are not 2x6s. Are these 2x6s? 2 3x6. No, I just need 2x6. There we go. I found them. How big is this Optimus? The size of a 10-year-old child. The reason I know that is because my little cousin is 10 years old, and this is about the size of him. So, it's big. Anyways, let's get these screws open. I'm going to put them here, actually. No, that's too deep. I need a place to put... They're going in here. I don't know if you heard that. That's solid metal. I'll read the chat in a second. I'm getting the screws out. FNAF was mid. I haven't seen it yet. No spoilers, please, but I want to see it. I just don't have anybody to see it with. I've never played the games. I don't know anything about it. I just thought it looked funny. So, yeah. When Gunpla reviews? Never. Never. I'm not into Gunpla anymore. Kind of grew out of it. Unfortunately. Oh, this screwdriver head is too small. I'm already starting off incorrect. God damn it. Buy Quinn bricks. Just know everyone will spoil it now. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I've seen so much stuff online. It's just, you know. I still want to, like, go in kind of blind. God, getting this screw in is already difficult. So this is, for those who don't know, this is the Agora Models Optimus Prime, the giant, like, 4.5 foot tall model kit. And it's a subscription thing. You get, like, a box a month in the mail, or in this case, 2 boxes in a month because they messed up something in the factory, so they had to delay one of the kits, which is fine. It's going to be huge. It's made of die cast. It's got lights and sounds, and it hurts my fingers. There's a link in the description if you want to also hurt your fingers. Like, for instance, getting this screw in is still too small of a screwdriver head. What the hell? Shaggy is in the FNAF movie. Yes, I know. I find that very cool. And I can talk about these movies now because, you know, the strikes are over. Thankfully, the actors and the writers are getting paid what they deserve, which is good. I guess that's as far as that screw's gonna go in without me hurting myself. If I use the extender. Ah. What's on my wall? That's my dad's side of the office. You can see the curtain's gone because nobody's home. Except for my dog, who's outside right now. But, yeah, everybody's out, so I figured I'd do this today rather than yesterday. Oh, that's much better with the extender on it. Ah! Much better. Still not the right size screw bit head, but whatever. What's your most anticipated toy for the next Studio Series wave? Megatron, because this concept series is great. And I know they're going to be making more concept series stuff in the future, including Bayverse concept stuff, so it's exciting. Did you see who was in the post-credit scene for the Marvels? Don't spoil the Marvels in here, please. It just came out, and I know some people want to see it, so I'd rather you didn't do that. I will delete it if you do say it. Please don't do that. Oh, thanks, Vincent. I was finally able to get Legacy Tarn, one of the figures I still wanted since I started collecting in early 2023. Tarn's great. If you have the chance to get Bludgeon, I also highly recommend that because I find he's a little bit better than Tarn just because he comes with a sword. And Bludgeon's colors are just, I think, better. But that's just my own opinion. Tarn is still a pretty good, solid toy. Ah! And my friends are trying to get a hold of me. What do they want? Oh, they're talking about the 99 cheese pizza now. And then someone said I stole the Declaration of Independence. Those are what my group chats are like. Sorry, I'm from Italy. Oh, Italy, that's cool. I've always wanted to go to Italy. My sister really wants to go to Italy. It's 140 right now. How does this thing work? Like, you get a box a month? Yeah, so you get one. You can buy them all at the end if you want to, but that's like over $1,000. So I forget how much. I always forget how much it costs, but you can get a box a month. You can take breaks if you need to for like your financial situations or whatever, and you get parts you build. I've built the head, the window chest, the 2 arms. This is the feet, and then the next pack, which is on the floor right now, is the lower shin sections because it has to be separate because it's going to be huge. But yeah, gonna make a banger movie about stealing the Declaration of Independence. Ah, there we go. We have a foot. I don't know why I did the burrito pat, but we have a foot. Now my friends are like, I stole Parliament. This is hilarious. What's your opinion on the concept toys? I love them. I think they're awesome. It opens up a lot more opportunities for things that we've always wanted. When I was younger, I always wanted like a Voyager of that Revenge of the Fallen Springer design, and they ended up using parts of it for Blaze Master. But I would still love just like an actual proper toy of that thing. And this concept series means we could get that. We could also get a concept Fallen who's like 9,000 stories tall. So I'd love to get stuff like that. Anyways, we're putting lights in now. Is this the one labeled left? Yes. And that goes there. No glue? No, okay. Oh. Because you put the LED strip into there, and then you screw it in using the 2 3x6s, which are over here. We're gonna have to separate the 2x6s and the 2 3x6s together. God, I hate how they do screws. I highly recommend getting, like, if you do plan on doing this, one of those, like, magnetic screw holding trays. So much more convenient than trying to dump them in here and sort through it. Do you think Santa is real? Sure, why not? Do you plan on getting Bumblebee Movie Megatron? I pre-ordered that entire wave, except for the Junkion because I don't need another one. But, yeah, I pre-ordered that whole wave. The Junkion's cool, I already have the mold. I don't need another version of the mold if I can avoid it. But I am looking forward to everything in that wave. Sorry, I didn't want to screw through the motherboard because then I would break the LEDs. Just, what? It's moving too fast. Studio Series Leader Transit. They know about Transit. They're working on that. Transit will come. Don't worry. No, a lot of people are like, oh no, he wasn't in the movie, therefore he's not going to get a toy. At San Diego Comic-Con, Ben, the marketing guy, stated that Transit will be getting a toy at some point. I have a $160 budget for figures, and I want to get SS Monkey, SS Noah, and SS Rise of the Beast Prime. Should I get Bludgeon? Well, if you can get Prime, I would highly recommend doing it because he's just hard to find at the moment. But if you want Bludgeon more, then I would advise getting Bludgeon. Prime will be getting a regular release sometime next year, but yeah, I'd say for now I would get... what's his face? I would get Prime over Bludgeon if you have the ability to get Prime. Nah, I got... Ah! Just bumped my camera. Also, Rise of the Beast Prime is the regular standard release is available right now from Takara Tomy on like Hobby Link Japan and stuff. So if you want one, I highly advise going there because you'd be paying Takara retail for it as opposed to scalper price. Just a heads up on that. Yes, Vincent, have you heard of the buy two, get for the price of one legacy? Yeah, the Black Friday stuff, I have. It hasn't shown up here yet, but I have heard of those. I'm not interested in them because I already own most of those figures. All I really want is Gnaw, but I don't need another 86 Jazz mold. So I'm probably going to not get any of them, but I like what they're doing. Because last year's Black Friday sales on literally any product ever were awful, so I think this is a good idea. Ah, come on, screw in. Screw in. There we go. Ugh. What's your favorite Studio Series figure out of the Rise of the Beast Wave? I don't know, actually. It's tied between Primal and Prime. They're both great. What character are you most excited to see from Hasbro making the concept line? I want an original Fallen. The giant, massive, behemoth thing. That's what I want. I don't think they'll do a Titan class concept The Fallen, but I would love to see a Titan class concept The Fallen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he's like an aircraft carrier, and he's like this massive thing. He's got the tentacle arm and stuff. There's also a concept for a Revenge of the Fallen tidal wave. That would be cool to see too. He's like this big spider thing that turns into an aircraft carrier. I'd buy that. There we go. We have his light up toe installed. Thoughts on Studio Series Wheeljack? I like him. I will be getting him. Obviously, I've pre-ordered the whole wave. Oh, it wants me to do both at the same time? What? It should have said that. Wait, is it both at the same time? Excuse me. No, I just scrolled up accidentally. Okay. Now I need... Oh, God. It's not coming out. It's not coming out. There we go. What's your favorite figure of all time? I don't have an answer for that. I have no idea. I buy and sell so many things I don't know at this point. Oh, that one came out. You're the lucky one. You're coming with me. And then I need the back of one of these. You just plug this into here. And take one of these ones. Come on. There we go. See, these take a while. What about Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen class depth Titan class depth chart? Yeah, I mean, hey, I'd take anything at this point. I'm always excited to see what the designers cook up for us, so I would be happy with literally anything concept related. There we go. That's one yellow circle in place. What's the best live action transformation? No idea. I like a lot of them. More Unicron Trilogy figure reviews. I haven't bought any recently, so... Actually, I do have Cybertron Megatron I might make a video on, just because I haven't bought anything new recently, because I'm trying to save money. Huh? I don't understand what the instructions are asking me there. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Now we take this, which is this massive piece of metal, and we go to make the structure of the foot. Alright. My fingers already hurt. This piece goes like that. And now I need the fucking washers. There's so many washers. What the hell? How many of these am I going to need? Oh my god. And then 3x8. Is this 3x8? The number's kind of rubbed off. No, this one's 3x8. Here, this is going to go in here. We're pooping screws into the plastic tray. Come on. Ah! There we go. I got them all. These have actual, like, Loctite on them, on the screws. To go... Wow, okay. And it was 3x8 it asked for, right? Oh, it's hard to tell. The ink is on my thumb. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's just coming off. That's great. Okay. Well, let's hope these are the right ones. Let's get back to reading the thing. Why are there a lot of Hasbro remolds? Remolds have been a thing in Transformers since day one, since before it was called Transformers. And I need an Allen key. Fuck. Where did I put the... I hate how they give you just one Allen key and then you're supposed to keep it forever. Where did it go? Hello, Allen key. Hello, Allen. I don't know where it is. Oh well, finger tight. Hasbro does remolds. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. Because these are expensive. Everyone's like, oh, Hasbro's a $1 billion company, and they are a $1 billion company, but they are a $1 billion company with like 1,000 different toy lines. And if you want multiple products a year at this fast of a rate, some of it's got to be retooled. And I have an Allen key bit for my screwdriver? What the hell? Oh, that's awesome. Yes. That's just how it is. And it's not just Hasbro that does these. There's a lot of companies that reuse toolings and things all the time. It's just manufacturing. They have to get the most amount of money they can out of a mold to make a mold profitable. And so you're going to get some reuse. And that's fine. If you don't like it, just don't buy the reuse. Easy. I wouldn't necessarily call Hasbro cheap for it because it's a genuine business decision behind it. A lot of times it can also be attributed to lack of time, lack of like budget to give to an entire wave, which for example is I believe why Legacy Strong Arm is a retool of Elita 1. However, it's a pretty good retool. I'd say she's the best version of the mold that exists. What's your opinion on 3.0 MDLX Transformers? I don't have any, but I think they look cool. I like them. I just don't have a place for them, so I don't buy them personally, but I have a lot of friends who do, and they like them quite a bit. So, what's your thoughts on Studio Series Magnus? I made a whole video on Magnus, but I liked him very much. In case you don't want to check out that video, I liked it very much. Eh. Thoughts on Mutant Mayhem? I liked Mutant Mayhem. I liked it quite a bit, even though I did get to talk to the Foley artists who worked on that movie very briefly. But I did talk to them, and they said that they literally were getting unfinished animation to do the Foley on 2 weeks before the movie premiered. Which, that's not fantastic, but, you know, even though the movie was still great, and I liked it a lot. Foley, for those who don't know, is people who make the sound effects and things for movies. This is an ankle joint, by the way, that I'm making. This is I'm so glad I have an Allen key bit for my screwdriver. This is just solves all of my problems. This is fantastic. I'm very happy with this. I'm going to a WWE wrestling match with VIP. Nice. I've never been to a wrestling match, but nice. Good on you. Hope you enjoy it. How would you feel if Hasbro released or announced Transit or Rampage from Rise of the Beast? I'd buy them. I'd be like, oh, cool, sick, and then I'd pre-order them. That would be... Or actually, no, I'd go, oh, cool, sick, and then I'd wait 6 hours for GameStop to put the pre-order up. Then I'd pre-order it. Because GameStop is always slow. They always do it, like, really late. This is an ankle. This is an ankle. Look at this. Look at this idiot. Look at this. That is all metal. And then I gotta put this on it. Bruh. This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be huge. Alright. This piece goes here. And then I screw more parts into it. Stay. Should really watch Murder Drones. Maybe. I haven't actually watched anything recently like that. How many Transformers do you have? I have no idea. Which 15th anniversary pack do you like better, Autobots or Decepticons? I would go with Decepticons solely because the Decepticon one didn't have nearly as many QC problems widespread that the Autobot one did. And I think it was because the Autobot one had to be out at a very specific time, and it meant that they had to speed production up a little bit. Whereas the Decepticon one, they took their time with because it came out, was the 16th anniversary now this year, and it came out, but it's a 15th anniversary pack. So I think it had more time to cook in the oven, and I like it more. There we go. Hey, random cocaine. I love that name. Happy Diwali to you too. Oh, how does this? Oh my good lord. Oh, that's stiff. That is a really stiff ankle tilt. God damn. Oh. Ow. Actually hurting my fingers doing that. Alright. Now I need a heel. No, this is the heel. This is the bottom of the heel. Then you take one of these doofuses. Plonk it in there. And then... No, this way. Really? This way? Okay. There we go. And then I need to do more of these. Ah. How big is this model kit? I think 4 feet? 3.5 to 4 feet tall. I think it's bigger than HasLab Unicron. Was something I remember from the blurb I was given when I was told about this thing for the first time. Studio Series, Stratosphere, Concept, or Accurate. They'd make an accurate one. If they did Rise of the Beast, he would look like he did in the film. If they did Revenge of the Fallen, it would probably look like that old toy that came out ages ago. The one that has GPS in the knees. I'd love a Revenge of the Fallen. I'd love a new Revenge of the Fallen one, because that old one, like I said, it's got GPS tendencies in the knees and ankles, which is a huge shame, because it's a cool toy. It's a great mold, but brittle knees, man. It sucks. Though he was like the last reported case of GPS ever until that weird silver thing on, what's it called? Unite Warriors Motormaster. So, yeah. What do you rate Studio Series Optimus Prime from Rise of the Beast out of 1 to 10? I'd give it like an 8.5 to 9. because shoulders are still a tad weird, and the elbows are a bit strange. Otherwise, I think he's great. Getting the 5-pack Minosaur. Anything I got to be careful about? The only thing I'd say watch out for with Minosaur is the pegs that peg Wild Rider and break down into the legs can be really tight sometimes, so just be careful when removing them. Studio Series Rise of the Beast Unicron, yes or never? They said during one of their streams that they want to do a Unicron. They also said that if they do, they're still trying to figure out what to make him, like what size class to make him. And then, wait, what the fuck? Oh, wires. And then they said they're not going to do it anytime soon because they don't even know what his robot mode looks like yet. So we got to wait for that. Once they show off the robot mode, then Hasbro can probably start actually making a product out of this. And what's his face? The guy who voiced Rhinox apparently dropped the other day. He's like, oh, all of Rhinox's lines were cut in the film, but Rhinox will have more to say in the sequel, meaning we're getting a sequel, so yay. This wire is long as hell. Jesus. This is all just for the foot. Does this run up the whole oh my lord. Look at this wire. I can't even fit it in frame. It's huge. Is Legacy Crankcase worth getting? Yeah, he's cool. And especially now, you could probably find him on clearance or something because of how old that toy is now. Does it go through that hole? Yeah. Okay, I need to scroll down. And then I need this really cheap, plasticky feeling thing. Do you have NPM Ironhide or Kingdom Ultra Magnus? I do not. I don't have either of those toys anymore. I got rid of them because I didn't want them anymore. My dog is snoring behind me. I can hear her snoring. It's quite funny. How far does this wire need to go? I guess I'll just do that. And we'll hope for the best. 2.3 by 6. Is that a new one? Or have I used that one already? 2.3 by 6. No, that's the black ones. Okay, cool. Excuse me. We love cheap plastic. Yes, it actually is like the cheapest feeling part on this entire model so far. I don't know why it's like that. I guess it's to be flexible because it is where the ankle is. But, it still feels weird. Come on. Line up, you asshole. There we go. Screw in place. Kingdom Magnus is really cheap at a place called Kapow Toys. Yeah, Kapow Toys is in England, I believe, right? Hey man, if he's cheap, I'd say get him. If he's really cheap, then he's definitely worth it. But now that 86 one is out, I can't look at the Kingdom one the same way because it just looks too bulky to me. Yeah, my copy of Legacy Evolution Tarm is extremely loose legs and they're pinned legs, not screwed. If you dab a bit of floor polish onto like a toothpick or something, and then put it in the like around the gap between the pin and the pin hole, you then work the joint so that the floor polish falls in between that seam and works itself into the joint. You work it, then let it sit for a bit. That should thicken the joint back up for you. I wouldn't use super glue on that method because super glue will dry out really quickly and you have to be very careful, otherwise you could break the toy. I would highly recommend floor polish for that method specifically. You ever done stop motion in an official capacity? I don't know what you mean by official. I've never done anything. If you mean like official for Hasbro or another company, I've never done that before. I mean, I've spoken to Hasbro several times. I've obviously spoken to other companies like Agora, TF Safari, Bai, all that sort of stuff. I've never done stop motions for anybody before. Ugh. Here in Australia, all commanders cost 200 or more, and that's the cheapest there. Yeah, the Australian dollar unfortunately isn't great. I used to live in Australia, believe it or not. It's not great. I remember one time when we were living there when the Queensland floods happened, or one of the Queensland floods, and bananas were $16 a kilo at one point. and it wasn't fun. That was like just before we moved back to Canada. But bananas were expensive in Australia. Oh my lord. Oh, I need the Allen key one again. God damn it. It's like trying to take apart an iPhone. So many different screws inside of it. Whereas inside this idiot, they use like the same screw, so it's easier to repair. Thoughts on Earthspark? I love Earthspark. Earthspark's great. A lot of people don't give it the attention because like, oh, not enough action, or oh, the animation looks like weird. No, it looks fine. I think the fight scene halfway through, like at the mid-season, fucking great. Remind me never to do that again. The Hasbro peeps seem cool. I saw the Marvel Legends designers interview with Shartimus. Yeah, Shartimus actually has an interview with the Transformer designers. That's where we find out that they're planning on doing the standard release for SS102. Was Ben tells Shartimus about like they're trying to figure out what size class to make it. But yeah, he's got an interview with them. Can you stop saying fart, or I'm gonna kick you out? He does an interview with them, and it's a really cool interview. I highly recommend watching it. It's very quick because it's just like on the show floor of SDCC, but it is still pretty cool. Nightshade's a good character. Yes, I still need their toy. I can't find it anywhere other than Amazon, and I really don't want to pay the Amazon price for it because if I can find it at GameStop, that would be better because then I get 10% off. So I'm waiting. My Studio Series Magnus will come tomorrow. Is he good? Yes. Should I be careful with anything? I don't think you need to be careful with anything. There's just a slight common issue where sometimes it'll come with like loose shoulders. But that method I mentioned earlier about floor polish will fix it right up. How do you fix arms? How do you fix the Ark's shoulder? It's broken on mine and the legs are overly tight. I'm not sure if they'd cover it. But you could contact, because the Ark is old, you could contact Hasbro about it. And they probably won't send you another Ark or another Titan in general, but they'd send you like, they might send you like a Deluxe or Voyager as compensation for that. As for fixing it, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know offhand. I actually haven't taken my Ark apart yet to look at the shoulders, but I know it's like like a plastic piece and a ratchet that clicks. If that's snapped off, then you're kind of screwed. If it's like the teeth are slightly mangled, you could probably find someone to 3D print a new set of ratchet teeth for you. But it being the Ark and them now showing up at Ross for like $60 because of like Christmas sales and stuff, I honestly would just say buy another one. If you have the money, you can just go there and get another one for $60. That's about how much I paid for mine on Black Friday a couple years ago. So, we're still screwing the foot together. You got a favorite toy line that isn't Transformers? Bionicle. Bionicle is my favorite. It will always be my favorite. It will never not be my favorite. I like Bionicle more than I like Transformers, believe it or not. But because Bionicle's kind of dead at the moment, it's Transformers for me. How's this going? Huh? Oh. I haven't put a wire together like this since I built my friggin' computer. Let's, I think it's this way. Aha! Alright. We are putting the feet together. Whoa. Look at this thing. Wow. He's got no toe joints. I thought he was going to have toe joints. That's a bit disappointing, honestly. I get it because there's lights, but I would have liked toe joints. That would have been nice. Okay, the last 4 of these screws are being used for this part. When will you buy that $400 combiner? When I have $400 to just blow on a combiner that has known breakage issues. I'm still scared about buying it because Swoop's head likes to just break off. Are you going to review Transformers Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Megatron? No, I can give you my thoughts now if you want. He's cool. He's got some old quirky SS things to him that I'm not a huge fan of, but he's still cool. The battle damage one is a lot nicer, like a lot nicer deco on it. So I would recommend that one over the regular one. Or turtles are cool. Yeah, turtles are cool. Which is better, Gamer Edition or Legacy Prime Universe? Huh? Oh, I think you mean by Toyland, Gamer Edition. Prime Universe has only really had one design that's faithful enough that I like it, and that's Thundertron. Yeah, Thundertron. Who, surprisingly, is right here. Here's the original Thundertron. There he is. Yeah, Gamer Edition's fine. It has issues, but it is like still an early toy line, so it's gonna have issues. Do you have the Legacy Nemesis? No, not yet. The Legacy Nemesis is in my cart on Amazon, and right now I'm waiting for Black Friday because Titans get. I would recommend this. Titans get discounted a lot on Black Friday, especially old ones. So I have her in the cart, and I'm waiting for the price to go down on Black Friday, and then I will be picking her up. Because Titans in Canada are 300 Canadian dollars, and I really don't feel like spending 300 bucks on that right now. Especially considering I have to buy a lot of Buyee stuff for the next video because of how Buyee's like payment thing works. So I'm not in a position to spend 300 bucks randomly on a Titan. If they made a Legacy TFP Optimus, yeah, I'd buy it. Best Transformers show. My favorite's Prime, but that's because I just like Prime. Prime's cool. I know that the trend right now from a lot of people is to just hate Prime because it's fun to do that. But it's still pretty neat. It's not for everybody, but it's neat. I like it. 2x6. Oh, which one's 2x6 now? Is 2x6 the white screws? I have to scroll all the way up to figure this shit out. 2x6 is the white ones. Okay. No, white. I literally just said the white ones, and I went for the black ones. No. Come on. There we go. That's not the right bit. That won't go in the hole. Ha ha ha. Very funny. What desk toys you got today? Cloud cover. Thundertron. Brawn. Oh, and Tasmania Kid, the original one, who is really funny. His gimmick is he shoots himself. And not the way you think. He shoots himself off the missile, which is hilarious. Anyways, he's on my desk. And there's a Borok, but it's too far away. Oh, why'd you put a stick in the way of the screw hole? Who did this? Agora. Who designed this? Come on. Will you do a review on the Legacy Core Volcanics? Yes, I'm waiting for the weird feet thing to come in. Not the DNA kit. I don't need all that. I just want the little feet extenders. So I'm waiting for those to come in. And then I will do it, because I want to talk about how I like everything about it except the fact that he has no feet. Oh, you idiot. This screw is not oh, it is magnetic. It's just really terrible. There we go. I do not have steady hands, so this is not great. Could not be a surgeon. Will you review UCS Venator? No, I don't do Lego reviews. Will you stop? Jeebus, come on. This is annoying me. Are you going to review SS Megatron when it releases? Yes, of course I will. He's supposed to come out in January or February or something like that. If it's February, then cool, because that's when my birthday is. What the fucking hell, man? None of this wants to work. It's very annoying. These screws are like probably the most annoying ones. What's the context of this kit? The whole thing is one big box. It's subscription. You can order a big box, but you can only do that when it ends. Right now, it's just a subscription, and so I get a box once a month from them, And all they ask me is, hey, build the thing. Ah! Build the thing and plug it. I just stabbed myself in the finger. And I'm now bleeding. This is fun. This is fun. Live on camera injury. Yay. Ow. Oh yeah, Carno, we do share the same birthday. What are your Transformers hot takes? My biggest hot take is everyone has their own opinion. So don't dogpile people for having a different opinion. It hurts. Give me a minute. You know. There we go. Getting thrilling 30 wind blades so far. There's a local shop that has a thrilling 30 wind blade. They're just asking $25 for it, and I'm not sure if I want to spend $25 on it or for it right now. So I haven't bought it yet, but they do have one. So if I ever want one, I can just go there and get it. Or are you gonna do an OG Prime Soundwave review? No, because he's like $150 over here. I'm not buying one of those. How do you feel about the Hasbro cancel some Studio Series Leader class reissues for Jetfire or Shockwave? What? Hasbro never canceled any reissues. I don't know what you're talking about. I know there was like leaked listings of a potential reissue, but it was actually something else that wasn't a reissue. So it's not like they canceled the reissue. It was just it wasn't a reissue to begin with, and we got our hopes up for a leak that wasn't true, which happens a lot. Also, hello from South Africa. That's pretty sick. But yeah, there were no real planned reissues for things like that. Grimlock got one. Shockwave might get one eventually, but there's nothing like really big about it. My finger still hurts. My screwdriver actually went in, like it broke skin, but there's still a layer there on top, so I don't need a band-aid. But yeah, we're just gonna continue, and I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Without putting my finger right next to the screwdriver, we're gonna keep going. Oh, forget it. You're just gonna go in loose like that. That screw just sucks ass. Now, where's the cable go in regards to this? Favorite Earthspark character? Probably Twitch. Twitch is hilarious. Ugh. This thing is heavy. Oh, right. Heavy. I need to open the other one. Not that one. That one. How do you think they're going to do the Megatron combination from Tidal Wave? Well, fun fact. Fun fact, I knew about Tidal Wave for about a year and a half, almost close to 2 years. I knew he was coming because I have had a friend. He unfortunately passed away, but I had a friend who was best friends with one of the people Hasbro uses as like their community contact. And obviously, I'm not going to give any names away, but he basically told me we were getting Tidal Wave. And I was like, oh, cool. And at the time, it was just a concept, so I'm not sure if it's still how it's going to work, but because Titans take like 3 years to make. But it was going to be something along the lines of like bits of Tidal Wave are going to come off to combine with Megatron, and then the rest of Tidal Wave was just going to sit in the corner and just be like a battle station or something. That was at least the original plan, from what I was told. That's not going in there. Is that the right screw? Or am I just being a moron? It is 3x12. Is this a 3x12? I would love to be able to tell, but the fucking numbers have rubbed. Yeah, this is a 3x12. I'm using the wrong screw. The numbers have rubbed off the bag again. What are your 3 favorite good and bad characters from Prime? I don't know. I just kind of like every character from Prime, honestly. You have a favorite Transformers movie? It's a tie between. I dropped it. It's a tie between Dark of the Moon and Rise of the Beasts for my favorite Transformers movie. Rise of the Beast still has some slight recency bias to it, but yes, I really enjoyed that movie. So it's on there with Dark of the Moon for me. Is 86 Sludge good? I like him. He's got that weird knee thing, but apparently the second run of the toy fixed the weird loose knee ratchet issue. So if you're worried about that, it's most likely a second run that you're finding at the store, and he should be fine. If not, then DNA made ratchets for it to fix it. Why is Energon Megatron a core class? Because they wanted to make an Energon toy, but they didn't know how well Energon would do in this market, so they started out small, which is a good idea. So they took Energon Megatron and went, we'll make him a core. If people really, really like it, we'll make more. And they said that on the stream. Evan was like, if you guys really like this, let us know, and we'll make bigger toys. So I'm very excited for that Energon Megatron. That is awesome. Energon was my childhood, so I'm very much looking forward to it. Favorite Ninja Turtle? Mikey. Mikey. Because he's hilarious. Except I feel in the most recent movie, he seemed a bit underplayed, kind of, like, with his standard humor. Felt very mellow and very, like, Miles Morales as opposed to Michelangelo. Which is not terrible, but I just kind of wish it was a bit funnier. When do you think Core Dino King will finally come out? He's a PulseCon exclusive for next year. He's going to be a box set, but he's going to be a direct-to-consumer PulseCon exclusive, which means he'll be available at a lot of other places. Just like the Dion and Ariel 2-pack was this year. That's a foot, by the way. There you go. This is heavy. Oh my god. Big foot. My finger is still bleeding. Where's that tissue? Hang on. What's your ration of 105 Mirage? I made a review of 105 Mirage if you want to know what my thoughts are on that. Excuse me. Alright, time to make the other foot, which means I gotta scroll all the way back up and start again. There we go. This is huge. Now for a little size comparison, because I know people are going to want to... Wow, this weighs a lot. Here's an Earthrise Seeker. It's big. It's big. You'd recommend Windblaze 25 Canadian. Yeah, I'll get her eventually. I'm going actually, I think tomorrow to both local shops to get rid of some stuff, so we'll see. I might get one. This cable's unmanageable. Whoa. Is that how long his leg's gonna be? If I push myself all the way back here, that's how long his leg is gonna... It's still going. There we go. That's gonna be one big ass leg. Holy hell. Okay. Ooh-wee. Let's get this out of the way. And make the other foot. Itchy head. Oh, I shouldn't have used that finger. Ow. Still bleeding a little bit. Still bleeding a little bit. Okay. We need this. We need this. And my favorite screws, the white ones. Yay. God damn it. Alright. How do Prime toys suffer more than Legacy animated toys? Well, again, the designers, and I highly recommend paying attention to the streams and interviews with the designers because they answer all of these questions. But basically, they wanted to try something new with the Prime toys and make them fit in the generation style because they don't actually fit in the generation style standard. And so they wanted them to fit, and they went a bit overboard on the G1ification of them. And they understand that. They realize that. And they're like, well, oh shit, we're sorry. And so with Dreadwing and Skyquake, they went closer to the Prime representation than the others. And with Thundertron, they're going even closer to the Prime representation. So they're learning. They're understanding. They know that that's not what we want. And with the animated toys, they can go right off the bat and go, oh, well, the Prime fans didn't like this, so maybe we shouldn't do that with the animated toys. So they're dialing it back a bit on the animated ones as well. It's just them learning from their mistakes. It's quite common, actually, for companies to learn from their mistakes. Unless you're Apple. Sorry, that was an easy joke to make. I just figured I'd do it. Let's get this other one screwed in. Is it true that Tony Todd was Dreadwing? Yes, he was. And Dreadwing was awesome. And the reason he was killed was because they couldn't afford his voice actor anymore. That happened a lot in Prime, because I believe the average budget for an episode of Prime was $1.8 million. It's quite a lot. Quite a lot of money. Which is why the animation looks as good as it does. It's also why they got Adam Baldwin to voice Breakdown, and I forget who to voice Arachnid. They got Ernie Hudson to play, what's-his-face, Agent Fowler. They had Tony Todd as Dreadwing. They had a lot of expensive voice actors in that show. Dwayne Johnson as Cliffjumper. So yeah, they poured a lot of money into that show and into that show's toy line, and it did quite well. Up until the very end when it started not doing so well, but that's usually what happens when things come to an end. Like Bionicle. Lasted for 10 years, but up until the end, it was doing well, and then the last, 2 years, its sales just dropped. And so they canceled it. This is how it happens. Thoughts on Bombus B Devastator? I don't know what that is. Yes, Tony Todd was also the Fallen. And the Fallen's fight, fun fact, the reason why the Fallen's fight with Optimus is so short was because they ran out of money. Michael Bay talks about how he wanted to make the fight with the Fallen super badass and super, involved, like the forest battle, but because of the forest battle, they kind of ran out of money. Well, that and Devastator. So the Fallen's fight was just, 10 seconds and then he dies. Which is unfortunate, but also it means that Powered Up Optimus is an absolute monster. There we go. Make sure you discharge all your static electricity from your body before you handle a printed circuit board, because then you will short the board and it won't work anymore. Nope, I need the black ones. When are they going to make a season 4 for Prime? Never, because it's over now. Prime ended, and it was so expensive to make that they're not going to touch it again. Just in Legacy, they will. Hi, Brian. It's T Fan Page. Everybody go subscribe to T Fan Page. His videos are hilarious. They're funnier than mine because I don't actually do humor that much. Mouse, scroll down. This goes in here. There we go. Ah! The Fallen has fallen 14 years ago. Yes. God, I can't believe that movie was 14 years ago. Ugh. I saw that thing in theaters. I don't like screwing this so close to the board, but whatever. Will you ever review the Fallen, the studio series? Oh, you're talking to Brian. Yeah, Brian, review the Fallen. Come on. Do it. No balls? Just ordered Studio Series Megatron on Amazon for $21. Make sure it's not the KO. Just because there is one. Just make sure it's not that. Because $21, if you got the real one, that's a very good deal, and congratulations. How many times have you watched Rise of the Beast? I think like 3 times. No, 4 times. 4 times. I saw it 3 times in the theater. Once with my dad, once with my buddies, and once with my sister. And then I watched it when I got the 4K. Can you make a joke? My face. Easy joke. Oh, this thing. Come on. Come on. There we go. Ah, that makes a terrible sound. There we go. I watched Boo Beetle 5 times. Oh my god. I haven't even seen that movie yet. Do you think we'll get a Dreamwave Fallen Legacy? I think we'll get something similar to that. They're starting to do the primes. Like what? We got Alpha Trion. They've made the Vector Prime coming out, what, next year or something, I think? So we'll be getting the primes. They want to do all 13 of the aligned ones. And that means a Dreamwave style fall. I feel like they'll mix Dreamwave and Power of the Primes together, which honestly I would be okay with. That seems like it'd be neat. I'd buy it. The time Mark Hamill voiced the Fallen, by the way, for those who don't know, Mark Hamill was the voice of the Fallen in the Prime Wars trilogy machinima animation thingy. Alright, now I gotta go down here to do this bit. The big piece of metal again. This time it's gotta be this way. This piece then goes here. Now I need these. We're getting there. This one's actually quite short. I'm not gonna have enough time to start the other one today. I'll do that one next weekend. Ay, ay, ay. But yeah, this one's not taking that long. Reading the chat. What was that about Hasbro's distribution? Goddamn Hasbro's distribution. Don't wanna do that? Yeah, why not? The more you know, the better. Hasbro's distribution is not what you think it is. The reason you don't see X toy on the shelf at Walmart or whatever is not because of Hasbro's distribution. It's because of Walmart and their purchasing power or their ordering capacity or how much stuff that they decided to buy or whatever. So the way that a business sale transaction works, I'm not talking about like you buying a product, like you going to the store and buying this. I'm talking about how this ends up at Walmart. So Hasbro has a team of salespeople that will go call around and find stores. And this doesn't happen all the time, but they'll find stores and they'll pitch. They'll be like, yo, because my dad does this for a living. He'll be like, yo, we have this much product. We'll sell it to you for this much. If you put on the stores, how much would you like to order? Blah, blah, blah. It's a complicated process, but that's like a shrunk down version of it. And Walmart will be like, okay, we want just a random number, 40 Studio Series Bronze. We'll pay you this much for it. What's the retail market value for this? Hasbro will tell them. They'll be like, okay, we'll negotiate a price. We'll order them. And Walmart chooses how much they want to order. Which is why Legacy Cosmos was so difficult to find because in North America, because Walmart decided they didn't want to order a lot of them. And so at the end of the day, Hasbro has control over the distribution on Pulse, like as in quantity wise on Pulse, and Hasbro Toy Shop and like any of the other first party sort of retailers like that. But when it comes to places like Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, GameStop, whatever, it's up to that store to order as much as they want to or as much as they think they're going to sell. So the distribution does still suck sometimes on things like that, but when it comes to complaining about it, I like to complain to the correct person. Because if you complain to Hasbro about it, well, they can't do anything, right? They can't fix that. They can go to Walmart and say, hey, we didn't sell a lot of Cosmoses with you guys through your own exclusive line because you guys didn't order a lot. Maybe next time order a ton. And I'm assuming they did that, which is why I can still go to Walmart and find restocks of Toxitron himself. So, yeah, that's how distribution works in a nutshell. It's a lot more complicated, and I'm sure there's someone in the chat that's going to be like, oh, well, you missed this part. I know, I'm trying to make it brief. But, yeah, a lot of it comes down to how the actual store handles their inventory, not as to how much Hasbro ships out. Can you do a review on Masterpiece Bone Crusher? Yeah, he comes out next month, so I'm going to be getting him. They never restocked 102. Yeah, because 102 right now is an exclusive. And the reason he's an exclusive is because they wanted an Optimus on the shelf, but their wave was already full. So they went to Target and said, hey, can you carry this for like a year and then we'll put him up regularly next year? And Target went, yes. So that's why he's Target exclusive. They also don't sell most US. Yeah, UK and US Pulse are a bit different because of, I don't know, shipping restrictions or whatever, I'd assume. It also depends on what sells well in your country. So if, like, I have friends who live in Croatia, and Transformers is not super popular in Croatia, so they don't get a lot of them. And that's just the nature of how that works. They're obviously not going to ship product to a country and have it sit on store shelves for literal years, right? Like, it's not, it doesn't make sense to do so. So unfortunately, they can still order stuff from other places, but unfortunately in their stores, they don't get a lot of stuff in. The UK, they don't have Targets. Yeah, in Canada, we don't have it either. Our Target exclusives go to Toys R Us, thankfully. So at least we still have that. They actually just got the 4-pack in the other day, the Troop Builder one. And so I kind of want one of those. It's not in my budget for this month, but maybe next month I'll grab one. We're doing another ankle pivot, boys. Am I going to regret buying SS Mirage? No. Take his transformation slow the first time and really pay attention to the instructions. And then you'll get the hang of it. It's not horrible, but it's not fantastic. It's unfortunate, is what it is. Tarn sold out insanely quick. Yeah, because he's popular. Popular characters tend to do that. They just sell out. India's the distribution of... Yeah, that might just be Transformers may not sell well in India. Who knows, right? They don't sell well. They're not going to try and carry as much of them. Unless you can order them online, in which case, if that's how it works, then I would highly advise doing that. But yeah, it all depends on whether or not the Indian shopping stores or whatever think it's good enough to carry Transformers. Because in China, Transformers is absolutely massive. But in India, that might not be the case. And so India just kind of generally orders less from Hasbro than, like, I don't know, Mattel, for example. I wish I got Jetwing Prime. A scalper got all of them at my Target. Pain. See, here, what's cool is Toys R Us limited that to one per customer, even in person. So we had a lot on the shelves because you could only buy one at a time. Why in China? Just because China likes it. I don't know. They really like Transformers. So certain countries like certain things a lot more than other countries. China just loves Transformers, so they sell very well there, which is why Studio Series toys don't usually get re-decos that often, because they make so much money on their molds in China, they don't have to worry about it. A little off topic, but I had an OG Prime Soundwave, and I traded it with my buddy, and somehow the chin horn thing broke. Ah, pain. I live in the US and I never go to my Target and always go to Walmart because Target is nothing. Yeah, it all depends on how your store likes to stock things. The Toys R Us here is great. The Toys R Us close to one of my buddies about 2 hours away from me doesn't do very well stock-wise. I need water. $107. Damn. Might be like an import charge or something. I don't know. Over here he's 76, but that's 76 Canadian dollars, which equates to about 56 US dollars. I only have one transformer, which is the VC TFP Soundwave. Hey, TFP Soundwave's still a pretty decent toy. It's not a bad one to have if you're only going to own one transformer. It's pretty good. He's also one of the only characters that turns into a drone. I heard my fingers moving Battletrap's head. Yeah, I can see that. He's covered in horns. I mean, I hurt myself building this model kit. I've cut my finger. Anyways, we got the heel done. That was me rambling. Oh, that's the wrong scroll. There we go. Oh, fuck. Now I gotta do the wire again. Okay. Wire. Ow! Poked my finger cut. Let's put a band-aid on after this. That's gonna be fun. I'm gonna be playing Spider-Man with a band-aid on. Yay. I don't like the way they've wrapped this wire. It's very, like, not wire-friendly way of wrapping it. You said Shockwave. Oh, damn. Shockwave's still cool. Okay, pull the wire through. And then we get the cheap plastic piece. And we put it... Oh, for crying out loud. We put it here. No. Come on. There we go. Nope. There we go. Yes? Question mark? Aha, we got it. Okay. Huh? I'm slightly lost. Which one's 2.3 by 6? Which one's that again? The black ones. Yeah, okay. No, where is it? I've lost my place in the instructions. There we go. Wrong screwdriver bit. Ah. They changed the Spanish. Maybe they changed like voice actors or something. I'm not sure. Yo, Paraka. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fun was, I'm assuming you're saying how fun was the build of the YOLO Park Earth Mode Prime? So I haven't built a model kit like that in a very long time, like of that complex nature. So it was a bit tough, but it was still fine, I guess. Like, it's just like if you were to build a perfect grade Gundam, for example, but I wouldn't immediately start with a perfect grade if you've never built a model kit before in your life. Just like I wouldn't start with this if you've never built a model kit before in your life. I would get like a small high grade or a Furai Models thing or something and do that. For Trumpeter, they're a great start. 30-minute missions, great way to start, and then move into something like that. My buddy's texting me again. What do you want? Oh, he's just telling me he got issue 2 of the Transformers comic. I don't have that yet. Is it true that we're getting YOLO Park, Rhinox, and Cheetor? Yeah, we're getting YOLO Park, Rhinox, Cheetor, Scourge, Mirage, Knight, Optimus Prime, Dark of the Moon Prime, Dark of the Moon Megatron, and that's all I know about. They don't tell me when things are about to come out. They just send them to me when they come out. But that's all stuff that's been shown off at conventions. So, at least from what I've seen. There might be other stuff I just am not remembering off the top of my head. Will you stay in place, idiot? There we go. Alright. We're running out of washers, which means we're getting close. Nope. We're getting close. Ah, almost dropped it. Almost dropped it. Ooh. What's your opinion on KOs? I try my best to not buy knockoffs. Just because they're extremely hit or miss quality control wise. And they're a lot more on the nose about stealing an IP than a third party toy is. So they just feel weird to me. I try my best not to. The only time I've like willingly bought one recently was the 3-0 DLX Prime, because that at the time was about $500, but then they re-released it, which is now like 200 something, 300 something, I think. Ah. Are you gonna see the new Ghostbusters? I'll see it. I saw the most recent one. I thought it was fine, but I don't think I'll see it in theaters. We'll see. The theater's kind of far from me, so it's just like that. Do you prefer third party or mainline Hasbro? Hasbro all the way. I prefer Hasbro simply because third party shouldn't exist. It's artificial competition and it is technically illegal. So of course I would prefer the official. Plus, like, third party has no limitations. Hasbro has limitations, and it's a lot more challenging for Hasbro to make a product than it is for a third party company to make one, because they have to work within the limitations. So a lot of times when you get some, I'm using Braun again because he's very good. They have to build this thing with safety regulations, budget restrictions, and like all this other stuff, and they were still able to make something really good. That's commendable, and so that's why I kind of like the Hasbro stuff a little bit more. But the third-party stuff is still really cool. There's a lot of very, very neat stuff in there. I don't have any third-party toys around me at the moment, but yeah, they're still very cool. I just prefer Hasbro stuff. Especially when it comes to like a legality thing. It just makes more sense. Regarding Gundam, my favorite series and the only series I've seen is Unicorn. Because it's the only one I've seen. Yes. I have an example for longevity. There is a third-party toy over here. Here is Nero. And he hasn't really lasted. Nero just kind of sucks now, which is why he's not on display anymore. Like, it's just all wobbly, floppy mess now, and it's really unfortunate because look at how good he looks. Look at how good he looks. And they fucked up his leg. His feet. They're so loose. Oh, it's such a shame. And that's the problem with third party. It looks cool. A lot of it just doesn't last. A lot of it doesn't last. Ow. Whereas with something Hasbro, most of the time, it lasts. Just sometimes, it also doesn't last. So, it's a lot more hit or miss on third party than it is Hasbro, which that sense of like, oh, I'm buying this knowing that it will most likely not break in 6 years if I just have it standing on a shelf. You get that with Hasbro, and you don't get that with third party. So that's just one of the reasons I like Hasbro again. Opinion on the new Godzilla trailer. I want to see -1. My theater's not showing it. It's really unfortunate. I want to watch it. Love me some Godzilla. Anyways, how the hell is it going again? Right. This way. I think this way, actually. Hang on. Plugging in the wire. It's like trying to plug your CPU fan in. If anyone here has ever built a PC, you'll understand what I'm talking about. There we go. Top of the foot is in. Now we need the long ass screws for this part. My dog just let out a big sigh behind me. Okay. Let's do a quick little check on my buddies, see what the hell they're talking about. Alright. Screw the foot in. Hope that Hammond wheeljack doesn't chip. New Age, what's it called? New Age Magnus is the only real problem child of New Age when it comes to horrible paint chipping. Because they were trying to, apparently they were trying to rush it out before Magic Square is what I've been told. That could be incorrect, but they were trying to rush it out before Magic Square's Magnus, and because of that, it had all these issues, including the loose joints and the paint chipping. Excuse me. Did you like the Ahsoka show? I loved the Ahsoka show. It has its issues, but I still thought it was very interesting. Do you know the best glue or adhesive to fix Transformers plastic? I use this. I don't know if it's going to focus. Focus. Come on. I use this stuff. This is pretty good. So if you want glue, yeah. That. Ah. Screwed in. I wonder why there's barely any third-party wheeljacks. Wheeljack probably just doesn't sell well as a third-party toy. Do you own any New Age figures? Just Magnus. I want New Age Hammond, though. Not because of the Jurassic Park reference, but because it's Top Gear on Richard Hammond and it's funny. So, what's your biggest hot takes? I don't do hot takes. I find the point of a hot take unnecessary. It's just to, like, start an argument. So I try my best just not to do hot takey stuff. You can have an opinion. That's fine. If I were to have a hot take, it's that every Transformers fan is going to have a different opinion from you, and that is completely fine. And you should live with that. That's my, I don't know, hot take, I guess. How do so many people get TF toys for their release? They get them stolen off the factory line, and that's why I don't watch those videos. Sometimes you can find them early in stores, like I did with Kingdom Red Alert, but most of the time you cannot, and they are just theft, and that's fun. Anyways, let's move off the theft discussion because we kind of have that every time. Masterpiece Wheeljack looks so inaccurate. Well, the reason Masterpiece Wheeljack looks like that is because he's an older MP toy where they weren't 100% accurate to the animation. They were just the best Wheeljack we can make, for example. I kind of like how modern Masterpiece is sort of doing a mix of both, where it's like accurate to a point, but also we want this thing to function and not disintegrate. B44. So, yeah. Ay, ay, ay. Alright. This is where I slice my finger open, so let's try not to do that again. Ugh. Ah! Is Prime vs. Prime technically stealing? Yes. Willingly buying stolen goods is still technically, you're still at fault. At least in the eyes of the law. And so I have a problem with that. Now moving on from the stolen toy thing, as I said earlier. When are they going to make Transit? Probably the year after. I think he gets sent figures early. No, he does not. People who think that are just too naive and don't want to believe the thing that's right in front of them. He's been outed before by the people who sell him shit many times. Now, again, moving on. This will not go in. Very annoying. How did mainline Pablo edit better than... He's not. You look at the Studio Series one, and you gotta realize that they accidentally photoshopped the back of the toy off, so it looks weird. Rise of the Beast has so many animation errors. There's so many animation errors in, what's it called? In the Bayverse movies. There's parts clipping, there's lighting problems, there's size changes. It's not just Rise of the Beasts. There's animation errors all throughout Transformers history. That's just how it works. And that's as far as that's going in, because I don't want to repeat what happened to my finger. Yeah. What do you think of people getting mad about concept art studio series before the rest? I find it weird. Like, studio series is not just Michael Bay designs all the time. It's going to be other stuff, and it's now becoming other stuff. Why is this not on properly? What the hell? And I feel like getting mad about it's a bit weird. Personally. I think it's... Jesus! Made a loud noise. I think it's neat that Hasbro's trying to try something different with the concept series. Why is this screw not going in? It's very strange. Whatever, that's just gonna have to live like that. Okay, let's do this one again without it falling off. There we go. My dog's making noises. I honestly couldn't care less about total screen accuracy for the G1 characters and prefer the updated toys of the G1 characters to have no false parts forming, excessive panel folding. I'm okay. Parts forming's existed in Transformers for literally ever, so I'm okay with it. As long as the part has a place to go in both modes, I don't care. That's just me. Faux parts sometimes are just necessary, so I'm okay with that as well. Excessive panel folding is annoying, though. You're like, I want to actually make this thing turn into another thing, not just have it sit here and do nothing. Aha, I figured out the problem. I put the wrong screws in here. That's why it's not going in. Because it's not meant to go in there. Yay! This is what happens when you're trying to do this and talk at the same time. I knew I was going to make one mistake today. I ended up making two. I sliced my finger open. Should I get Last Night Megatron or get an SS? Last Night Megatron Voyager is very, very good. Wish Predacons Rising got representation studio series. Well, Evan said that it is a possibility that that could happen in the future. So, you know, it could happen in the future. You could get a Skylynx and a Darksteel. From studio series. Come on, get out of the hole. There we go. That's this one. That is this one. Ooh. Aha, now the foot's working. Yay. I can't get this one out. Was Rise of the Beast meant to be longer? You said they cut Rhinox's lines. Well, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it was going to be longer. It might have been a little longer and they cut it, but we'll never know. They cut Rhinox's lines probably just because none of it fit. That does happen. Like, they cut, in the original Spider-Man No Way Home cut, for example, there's an entire scene with Tom Holland and his brother, and they cut the whole scene from the movie. This didn't fit. Sometimes things just don't fit. Just happens. We need SS Night Prime. Yeah, he'll be out eventually. I like your videos. Thank you. What's your name? Love Sports B Car. Epic. Where's my Combiner Wars Dreadwing's face gone? What? Oh, your Combiner Wars Dreadwing's... Or Power of the Prime's Dreadwing. That's what it was. Face fell off. That's unfortunate. Oh my good lord. Oh. TF4 Bumblebee and Studio Series. I'd like that too. So with the Age of Extinction / The Last Night designs, especially the Age of Extinction ones, they're very difficult to make into toys. And with Galvatron took a lot longer than your average toy. So a toy takes about 18 months to go from start to finish. And Galvatron, I believe, took a couple of years, I think 3 years, something like that, to make. And they had to start, usually when they do a Transformer like this, for example, right? They start with the car and then work their way into the robot. With Galvatron, they started with the robot and worked their way to the car because there's no truck parts on Galvatron. And I feel like with characters like Night Prime and Bumblebee, they're going to have to do that same thing because there's literally no vehicle mode parts on their externals. And that's probably why it's taking so long for us to get a Studio Series Night Prime and a Bumblebee. And Crosshair is a little easier to do, Drift a little easier to do. But yeah, that second Bumblebee design has like hardly any car bits on it that aren't wheels. That washer fell on the floor. Where did it go? Washer's missing. Where is it? I've lost it. Oh well, who needs a washer anyways? TFP Season 3 Optimus needs a new toy. Yeah, the old one's fine. It's just, it's not accurate, so. You want accurate, you will probably get a new one. Ugh. There we go. Washer on here. Wish I got Hot Rod earlier. He's now $60. Damn. Yeah, I ended up pre-ordering that from Pulse, I think. He's cool. His transformation's a bit fiddly, but he's cool. The face on my rims is fallen, broke off when I was transforming it a few months ago. You might still be able to get a replacement from Hasbro if you contact them. That toy's not that old, so they might have some lying around at their customer service warehouse still. I'm not 100% sure on that though. But I would contact them about that. Yeah, Ruby? She's gonna start barking soon. Did you know that the original Titan vote had all 3 Titans already made? It's pretty obvious it was the... What? I don't understand what you're trying to say there. There we go. We now have both feet. Oh, let me get the other one here. Both feet. And they plug together with these long ass, stank ass wires into this board, which will basically be up in Prime's pee-pee area, I think. Oh, they're different sizes for right and left. That's interesting. Oh no, they're not. What? I'm confused. I don't get it. Oh well, this is a thing for another day. We did feet. Oh. Hang on. My dog has walked in. There she is. Hi, Ruby. Hello. Look, can you say hi to everybody? Hi. There she is. There she is. Hi, Ruby. Alright, she threw up this morning, unfortunately. Oh, she's approaching. Yes, Ruby, what's up? What's up? I'll be out in a minute, okay? We did feet. Again, here's a seeker. This weighs like about as much as my keyboard here, which is a complete aluminum keyboard. And for a height comparison, here's how tall the foot is. It's big. It's big. Oh man, this is gonna be huge. And then we have ankle tilts. And then the forward and back is at the top here. So what I'm gonna do now is quickly clear up all the plastic shite. Ugh. Clear up all the plastic crap. Ruby, it's just plastic. Jeez. She's always scared of things. And then the other box. I'm not building the other box today, but the other one is the lower leg assembly. Just the inner frame though. So, yeah. It's gonna be a lot. Ruby, it is just a box. Will you calm down? She doesn't like this office, and she's also scared of tripods. There's one right there, and then there's one here on the desk for this camera. So she doesn't like them. But anyways, that's feet. We did it. Yay, we did it. I guess I'll probably build the other one next week if I'm not busy. Oh, Quake died. Pain. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining, I guess. Well, I mean, not I guess. Thank you for joining. My throat feels really sore from talking now. But, yeah, I'm going to say goodbye now at this point because we finished the feet. We're going to do something else. And then I'm going to actually get poutine tonight for dinner, so I'm looking forward to that. But thank you everybody for joining. Thank you for talking. Thank you for having conversations. It was fun. I love having conversations like this. Excuse me. And then next week we'll build lower legs. And we'll see how tall those are.